The Israeli Prime Minister says he hasn't ruled out exiling Yasser Arafat. Fighting intensifies in Ramallah and Israeli tanks roll into Bethlehem. The organisation of the Islamic Conference fails to agree on a definition of terrorism. And 7 years after the genocide, the trial begins of a colonel accused of masterminding the Rwandan massacres. Hello, welcome to BBC World News. I'm Lindsey. The Israeli Prime Minister says he... Let's go back to our top story now. Israel's Prime Minister Ariel Sharon is saying that he's not ruled out exiling the Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. Well, joining me now live from Tel Aviv is the Israeli Foreign Minister Shimon Peres. Mr. Peres, welcome to the programme. Thank you for joining us. You earlier said that you thought that the siege on Yasser Arafat should be eased. We're now hearing Mr. Sharon saying that he's not ruled out exiling him. Doesn't that reveal how deep the split is within your cabinet?
Well, I do not believe that Mr. Sharon suggested that we shall exile Arafat without his agreement. And I do not see Arafat agreeing to be exiled. So I think the whole question is rather theoretic.
But we're also hearing today on one newswire, Associated Press is reporting that European diplomats have been told that they can only meet with Mr. Arafat if they... What's the position of the party now? I think we've lost that link, sadly, to Tel Aviv and to the Israeli Foreign Minister Shimon Peres. We'll try and come back to him a little later in the programme. Watching BBC World, reminded now of our main headlines. The Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon says he hasn't ruled out exiling Yasser Arafat as his forces step up military action in the West Bank. And the organisation of the Islamic Conference fails to agree on a definition of terrorism. Let's have a look at the business news now. Here's Aaron.
Thanks, Lindsay. OK, two big developments in the oil sector this Tuesday. First, Iran has become the first Arab nation to give tentative backing to Iraq's threat to use oil as a weapon to punish countries supporting Israel.
Belt on his chest to be killed. What for?
Shimon Peres, thank you very much indeed for staying with us on BBC World. Thank you. This is BBC World. Sport now, here's Karen.
Thank you, Lindsay. Hello there. New Zealand's cricketers are in with a chance of stealing a series-levelling victory in the third and final test against England at Eden Park. At close of play on the fourth day, they lead by 311 runs. After resuming on 12 for 3 on the fourth day in Auckland, England has 6 games remaining. That's all the sport for the moment. We'll have more later. Go back to Lindsay.
Karen, thanks very much indeed. You've been watching BBC World. Our top story this hour, the Israeli Prime Minister says he has not ruled out exiling the Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. However, speaking a short time ago here on BBC World from Tel Aviv, the Israeli Foreign Minister Shimon Peres said he did not believe that Yasser Arafat should be exiled. He urged the Palestinian leader to follow a path towards peace. That's all from me, Lindsey Brancher, for today. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye for now.